So this is one of the problems I have with doing like basically any social media is that I don't have moderation. I don't know how to like kind of engage with something. So when I do it, it's like, okay, I look at the analytics and I'm like, well, maybe I should post another thing. Maybe I need to post more. Maybe I need to work on my content, make it better. And I don't really want to do that stuff, but I feel like I have to. I feel like, well, what's the point of doing it half-assed? What's the point of just posting some things and then not posting things? I need to post more things. I need to post all the damn time. I need to be posting. If I'm not posting, then am I even alive? And it's not good. It's not good. I need to stop it, but I have a hard time doing that.
I guess I'll say it on video. I don't know if I've said it before on video. I've definitely thought the thoughts in my mind, and I think that's good enough for it happening, and accepted the idea. I may have to even said it, but I guess I'm okay with my memories and my stuff, my visual field and everything being read-only, as long as the reading of the memories don't really affect too much. And I guess for most, I guess just posting something makes it okay to be read-only, right? Just don't fuck with me, you know. Although I have to ask this question, because I've noticed about half of my views come from Discord links, and I'm always curious what the fuck Discord channels those come from, or maybe it's just one channel. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really go on Discord that much lately. And I don't have a strong social circle on Discord. I have like a fair number of few weak links, few weak links on there, and a couple of more strong ones. But I haven't been on Discord in a while. But yeah, like where the hell are those Discord links coming from? Like, I guess there's people who care enough to share the channel videos that they like on there, which is cool, but still question marks, you know.
One of the few people I still have to speed up videos for, and I've gotten out of the habit of watching all videos at double the speed, but when it comes to Wendell's videos, I still gotta speed them up, because I get the point is that it's trying to communicate with younger minds who may not necessarily even know English as a first language, and so speaking slowly and articulately is a good way to make sure that what you're saying is understood to people. But I don't tend to view that as my target audience. You know, I'm generally more interested in people who can spar, I guess, a bit more. And this video, he's basically asking for people with whom to spar. So, you know, hey, Wendell, why don't you watch any of my videos, and then we can discuss things on that. You mentioned learning lessons from dogs, and I can understand the idea that you would definitely be happier if we had that level of ignorance and naivety about the world, and just lived experiencing things as they are, and the past doesn't really exist or whatever. Like, I can appreciate that notion, but also I hate dogs, and I hate them for exactly that reason. Maybe it's just a me thing. It's just a me thing. I don't know. I like cats. So I would prefer to remove myself from this idea that everything is about communication, because it doesn't feel like it is, generally speaking. Or at least, if it is about communication, it's like, what is it communicating? And it's like communicating. I am communicating myself to the universe, and the universe is communicating itself to me, and I am the universe. It's not very helpful or whatever. Like, why even think about things if that's the case? It's just experience stuff. I guess that's where that meta-nihilism comes from. That idea, or that's at least the end result of it. Kind of reminds me of mindfulness in a way. You know, you suspend judgment on things. You just experience them in the moment. Things are what they are, and experiences are experiences. have no idea how much of that was understood, or able to be caught on film. So we'll try again. Pause this. The experience of this music is just not helpful for the vibe I'm going for. So yeah, so it sounds a lot like mindfulness to me. I don't know if you're familiar with mindfulness, and please don't take this as a judgment or whatever, because that's not the intention. Mindfulness has been helpful for me in the past. I'd say it's removing judgments. It's suspending judgment about certain things and living in the moment. Because the past is a context for the present. The future doesn't exist. So this tree is this tree. It's a set of experiences, and it has its own experience or whatever. What is this experience of a tree? I have no fucking clue. Does it have one? It's got to have some kind of experience, right? But I don't know. Maybe my problem here is that I don't have the philosophy background to really understand what my thinking is and where it goes. Because I have a bunch of things that have been put in my head, but I don't recall names of people. Like some other people do, and DeLucy or whatever, just some old white guy as far as I'm concerned. The ideas are kind of interesting. Some of the ideas are kind of interesting, but death of the author, it means to me like kill the author dead. And I expect the same for my own self. So maybe it's good. Maybe it's good that people don't refer to me by name. It's probably nice. Just some random person who says things sometimes. It's all about me, I always make everything about me because I'm the only person who has my own experiences. So no one else is gonna make it about me. I gotta make it about me. So, like, my favorite philosopher is Frank Herbert. I said before, specifically Frank Herbert as Leto II. A lot of what Leto II makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. And I have interpretations about him. Like he knows everything that's going to happen, and he's just playing a role. Right? That's pretty clear from Children of Dune, that he's just succumbed to this role, and he knows that that's the role he has to play. He has to be the predator, even if he doesn't really necessarily want to be, and he has to be hated by everyone, even though he doesn't necessarily want to be. But his love of self is good enough that he's able to be
that person. But it's clear from how the book ends, with the Ixians understood him well enough to know that even though he had this incredible love of self, he wanted someone who was a peer and an equal. And so they first made that one asshole, I can't remember his name, and then they made the anime waifu girl for him. And he was like, oh shit, I'm in love with the anime waifu. Because who wouldn't be? An anime waifu whose naivety about and interest in philosophy and stuff is just perfect for him. He just loves it. And so she's able to understand and keep up with the things that he's talking about, and also like provide her own insights as well, and they're things that he couldn't think about because of he doesn't have naivety. He lost all of that since before he was born, and so he has like an equal there, or at least someone who is able to expand that, and that's like what he always desired. The next philosopher that I really jive with, even though I don't really agree with a lot of the conclusions, I still appreciate, is Wendell Charles Naismith. Fucking amazing person. Done some pretty incredible things. If you don't know who he is, I'd start with the Time Machine videos. Those were the ones that spoke to me the strongest. It made the most sense to me. But they're all good. They're all good. In their own way, you know. You have to accept that his love of innocence goes towards pedophilia kind of notions. But he's not ashamed of it, which to me is the number one thing. You know, he knows that about himself, and is just like, yeah, that's who I am, you know. So and then of course, Dotes might as a philosopher, you know, I don't know if Dotes might would accept that label, but definitely is but into philosophy, and as a philosopher, one of the greats to me. I prefer people who are more contemporary, because they have more distillation of the past within them, so it makes more sense. It is something that, you know, isn't steeped in decades or centuries, or even you know, what do you call it, millennia old bullshit, you know. Plato could never make the same kinds of conclusions about the world that someone like Dotes might could. Maybe that's where the value of the older philosophers lies, is that they aren't burdened by the present. But the one interesting thing about philosophers is that they've always been people who have had time, right? Time to think about things, time to discuss things, and to communicate things. And it's frustrating that we don't have more people like that, because the world is set up in such a way that it monopolizes your time, and it makes you like worry about things that don't really matter. I guess most people are happy that way. Most people would not enjoy being alone with their own thoughts. So I don't know. It's all very interesting. But thanks to let's just not even, let's not name drop. Let's try to thanks for the idea about mental nihilism. It made me think about things. It's an interesting point. I'd be interested to hear what differentiates it, not from nihilism but from mindfulness, because to me they seem like they're almost the same. So I tried both green and silver Salems, and I think I like the silver ones better. I'm not like super into cigarette culture, so probably know just by the fact that it's green and silver, but the silver ones are smoother. They're less harsh. I wouldn't say that the green ones are harsh necessarily compared to like something like the Marlboro Reds that I was smoking before. But because they were out, I had to try something different again. So I got the lightest green Newports. I can definitely tell it's a higher quality. It has more nicotine in it. At least it has more nicotine in it, and it's still mentholated, which is good. My brother judged me. He was like, "Oh, you smell like cigarettes. Oh, cool. That's fine." It's like not trying to hide that I'm smoking while I was smoking a cigarette. And then he was helping with the grapes back there. Let's go see him, because I think they may have been in a previous video, but they've been turned some of the longer trimmings into like stuff for baskets. His girlfriend person took a lot of it because she wanted to make a basket. But it's now almost walkable. Let's see just how it is. Ooh, we can walk through here now. Couldn't really do that before. Here too. It's still walkable. See that? It's amazing. These ones are a little bit less because as we went through, we got less and less motivated. I was the only person to come this far. It's also kind of walkable now. Kind of. At least to that part. Everything was like worse than this. But yeah, we did the grapes like that, and while he was holding my cigarette, I was doing something. What I was doing is pounding on this post over here. Getting here's the ring. Pounding in this post. He held my cigarette, and I think he puffed it just to see what kind it was. And it was menthol. And he was like, "You're smoking menthols? What the hell is wrong with you? What the heck is wrong with you for smoking menthol? Now I'm judging you." So that was fun. But menthols are good. The menthol kind of cuts down on the burn, because the coolness of the menthol makes the burning of the fire less intense. If I had to give greens a score, it would be just below, or green sandwich just below the silvers for me, and these new parts probably in between. I'd say it's in between the two. I think I like the silvers better. The silver sandwich is better than the new parts, just because they are less harsh. But these are good. They still do what I want a cigarette to do, which is let me go outside and breathe, and also hit me with some nicotine. So satisfactory for sure.